Welcome back, everybody. My first guest tonight is a political analyst, author, and host of MSNBC's The ReidOut. Please welcome back to The Late Show, Joy-Ann Reid. There you go. Nice to see you again.
Wonderful to see you.
Now, so here we are in 2024.
Yes.
You're going into your second presidential election as the host of The ReidOut.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like, all the safe money is on a Biden-Trump rematch here.
Yeah.
Besides the deja vu.
Yes.
What is that like for you? Because some people aren't sure how to approach this differently this time. What is your approach to this election? Anything different than 2020?
The difference between that election and this one is that it was an up-in-the-air question. It was not an up-in-the-air question, I should say, in the previous election, whether the President of the United States could use SEAL Team 6 to kill his political opponents. So it's a little different now, right? It's a different Trump.
Well, that was the argument that his lawyers made,
Yeah.
that he could do that as long as he wasn't impeached then.
Yeah.
But today we got the good news that at least the Court of Appeal says he can't have his political enemies killed.
Right, which is a relief. Yeah, and I think
again, very low bar,
very
but
low
a
bar,
relief. Yes.
very low bar. It was about a 57-page ruling. It probably could have been one paragraph that just said no, no, and also no. You cannot do that. But it was longer than that. But I think that the material difference is that when Donald Trump first ran for president, he was just the guy from The Apprentice. And he had fooled a lot of people into believing he was this wildly successful businessman, when actually he was a guy who got a W-2 from the same place I do because he worked for NBC, right? He was an actor. Yeah. But he had fooled people into thinking somehow he was this masterful, brilliant, genius politician, and he got in that way. And he governed in a way that was so disturbing, including 1 million people dying from COVID, that I was confident about how the last election would turn out. Because people were exhausted by the antics, by the tweets, by the sort of misery index of being in Trump's America.
You were confident in 2020
quite
it would turn out? Really?
Absolutely.
Well, how do you feel this time?
Terrified.
It's going to be fine. Now,
good. Okay, I feel better now.
As we speak, as we speak, because we're recording this around 6:25.
Yeah.
As we speak, the House is voting on impeachment of Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas.
Yeah.
First of all, I've read the articles about this. I can't quite, even if I try to approach it objectively, I can't quite figure out what the high crime or the misdemeanor is here.
Yeah.
He may be incompetent. I don't know. I've never run Homeland Security.
Sure.
But from what you understand, what are the charges here?
The charges are that they couldn't get Joe Biden.
Oh, no, so they're failed.
He's the replacement candidate.
The revenge impeachment attempt at Joe Biden is not going very well.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I can tell, because I'm like you, I'm trying to look into what it is that he must have done, it's that they couldn't get Joe Biden because they couldn't prove that Joe Biden was running Hunter Biden's businesses, but they promised Donald Trump that he wouldn't be the only impeached guy. So they're like, there has to be a different impeached guy that's with Biden. So they're like, we'll just pick a different guy because Hunter and his dad weren't in business. So Mayorkas is just next up to bat.
So this will ensure that Trump can beat Mayorkas for president.
Or maybe he and Hunter. I'm really not sure, honestly.
Okay. So what do you make of the escalation of the GOP's revenge against America tour for not re-electing Donald Trump? Because this was a border deal that's been killed now. This Mayorkas thing is part of the border crisis. And there is a problem with the border. There has been for over a generation. But the Republicans have this plan. The other plan was to force the Democrats to come to the table with some pretty tough measures on the border in exchange for Ukraine funding and that sort of thing. What do you make of the fact that the Republicans got what they wanted but had to kill it anyway?
They got everything they wanted. There are no progressives supporting this bill. It's a bill that the Border Patrol Union supports, that endorsed Donald Trump. It's a bill that the United States Chamber of Commerce supports. The Wall Street Journal, the Rupert Murdoch-owned Wall Street Journal supports this. It is a very conservative bill that has nothing for dreamers, nothing on immigration reform. It's all enforcement. It's what they've been asking for since President Obama was in office. He's essentially said, okay, you can have all of it. And they've said no, because Donald Trump wants to run on a border that's on fire. And so, sorry, you're on fire, but I can't put you out because the wrong fireman would get the credit.
Did you ever think it was going to pass? Because I've been doing this long enough that I remember when Marco Rubio helped. He worked on a bipartisan bill that was
with John McCain.
That helped, was going to be a comprehensive immigration reform, and then had to run away from it and basically strangle his own baby in the crib. And say that he rejected that bill with no rationale.
Well, the rationale was he went on Rush Limbaugh's show, the late Rush Limbaugh, and Rush Limbaugh yelled and screamed about the bill, and suddenly he wasn't for the bill. So Rush Limbaugh was the previous Donald Trump. And now they're saying they don't want to pass the bill because Donald Trump told them you cannot. So they're just doing what he says. And I still have yet to understand his power.
Where was the hope that it would ever pass? Because if you could do something like this, wouldn't you have done it before?
Exactly. And also, when Donald Trump was president, and during the time when Republicans held the House and the Senate, they didn't do any of the things in this bill. So if this was the most important thing to do to secure the border, why didn't they do it when he was president?
I don't know. We have to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Joy-Ann Reid, everybody. Stick around.